Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we want to take a second look at the World Championship, which took place last weekend, and overall was just an amazing event. And I will show you guys in the background a couple of my attacks. But before we're getting there, just a huge thank you for cheering us on from the entire Tribe Gaming team. It was a pleasure for us playing for you guys, and it was just an incredible experience. And we're truly sorry for, not delivering, but hopefully there are more chances to come back from in the future. So, let's hope for the best. And once again, thank you so much. First off, I have the text and replays in the background. And meanwhile, I will try to answer a couple of questions you guys posted yesterday in the comments. And that was the reason why I asked for it yesterday. To give feedback, to give questions, etc. But before we are starting with this, a little bit more about I don't know. I think we should just just skip that. Okay, the first feedback is my feedback is no attacks behind the scenes. You want to see everything and maybe show more statistics like how much attacks of every strategy and how much percent tripled. Regarding the attacks in the backstage, I think that's the biggest problem with this World Championship. And I don't like it either, but there's a reason for that. It's not like, let's show the viewers. There was more behind that. So the reason for this was that Clash of Clans is just like the not the main event in East Hamburg. So that was the big issue. And this means Dota was the main event. This is the reason why, at least for most of the German viewers, the time was a bit crappy, but at the same time, obviously, there's more than just the German viewers. But at the same time, since they had not that much stage time, they had to somehow squeeze in a couple of more wars, because they decided to make it a best of 2 instead of a best of 1, which for me as a player, I'm really grateful for, because I hate best of 1s. They're super random. I would have preferred best of 3s, but I guess for this there was even less time, so best of 2 is better than nothing. For the viewers, that was where the problem started, because, best of 2 is okay, but only if you see both matches. And the first match was held backstage, and I think Supercell announced it on Twitter, but if I'm completely honest, how many clashes do you actually have Twitter? I don't think that's too many, so that was a big issue. But that was already basically the explanation for why there were matches backstage. And I hope that in the future, if there are future events, that those matches are best of 3, and somehow Supercell the next time deciding not to be like a side event or whatever, but somehow makes it that they actually have the stage time for a best of 3 setup, because that's way cooler for the viewers. And that's way better for the players as well. So that's for sure feedback which I hope for that Supercell listen to, and that would be truly amazing. So you guys have a couple of there was a second part as well, and maybe show more statistics like how much attacks of every strategy and how much percent tripled. I think that would be a great feature, kind of like a statistics in the background, maybe posting in game or whatever. That would be really cool. I can just agree on that. I would like it a lot, but it wasn't in this World Championship. So the next one is it's my brother question: how long before each round did you get to see the opponent bases? How much time do you get to study their bases? We had, before every single match, backstage or on stage, 2 hours roundabout to plan. This means we had for 5 bases 2 hours. As a player, that's totally fine. Sure, you would like to have more time, but I think 2 hours should be totally fine to plan out those attacks. So on this part, everything is really good, and I hope I could answer your question. The next thing is a bit longer, and it's actually from a YouTuber as well. I added in one of my videos about a month ago that next year there should be a pre and post-game show, so viewers watching can get to know the teams participating in the there's a word missing. Oh, in the monthly qualifier, how they qualified, favorite attacks they use, etc. Even discussing the current meta of the game, they can hand it over to the casters for the rounds to comment. Post-game can highlight attacks with in-depth analysis. I would like that idea a lot. I think that idea is really cool. I know that a lot of other esports games are doing this, but I think since this is just the start for Clash of Clans, there are so far at least too many casuals out there, which means first off they have to basically make it interesting for the big mass pretty much, and then could get more and more in-depth. But I would like that idea a lot, especially you could combine it with one of the first suggestions with the statistics and like what were the most powerful strategies out there, etc. So this in combination would be really cool, I think. In the background, you can see my first Ragbait attack. Didn't work too well. I think it could have been a triple, but two things failed. First off, there was a troll Tesla at 6. I think it wasn't really visible too much, but this causes the Hound to actually stay inside of the base, which means I couldn't lure them away. That was a big problem as well, like to get the triple. And the next thing is I completely misdropped my second freeze. It was like way too late, and the biggest group of bats already died. So this was like the two big problems of this attack and why it failed. I think otherwise it could have been a triple, but still, it's I don't know if that was the best plan on the best attack. Like obviously not the best attack, but I don't know if the plan could have tripled. I think it would have been close. But yeah, that was my second attack. Let's get to my next attack, and this is going to be the Queen Charge Minor. And I think like on a normal day, I would have been easily able to triple this base. So first, what did I do wrong? First, one of the issues actually was that I watched all of the attacks of the other guys attacking the Castle guys. But why exactly was that a mistake? Because Team Castle tends to place their Tesla farms inside of a dead zone. There was a dead zone in front of the town hall, and normally in the current meta, dead zones are really bad. The issue was that I expected a Tesla farm over there because, like I said, Tesla farm in dead zones, that's like Castle's thing, at least in the tournament, and there wasn't, which means my queen went through the trash buildings way faster than I expected her to do, and this was the reason why I dropped the slammer way too late and pretty much wasted the entire attack. But I think I could have come back from it, but the issue was that I, from this point on, panicked, basically. And I think it went already way too much in my head. Like, I think the fifth, let me think about it. It was the fifth attack of the tournament for me, and so far I didn't had a single triple. Even though there was a bit of a reason why I did not really had a triple, because we had, how do you say that? We had a structure on how we attacked. Like we had Boomer as the first attacker, me as the last attacker. So I had the most pressure in general. Like as an attacker, if you're taking last in the 5-man group, you're always having the most pressure, and that's why I got the worst plans basically. Like the base which no one wanted to attack, and even though I could have put it on this, like, yeah, you're always getting the last base. This is why you're not tripling. I was so upset about me not getting a triple that from the beginning where the opener failed already, I was already, oh, come on, not again. And I think if I would have saved the bowler and the Hawks, for example, this could have been still a triple. But because I completely swagged as soon as something in the beginning went wrong, I didn't really kept my head cool. I throw it basically away, because if I would have tripled this attack, we would have been still in it, because we would have won the first war. Those, in the end, it will be 3%, like 97%. And if I would have tripled this base, it would have been a win, the first war for us, which, would have won us, I think, more. Yeah, the difference between number 3 and number 4 was 50k. So it was basically a 3% 50k loss. So yeah, it was like I don't know, like this tournament was really upsetting for me especially, and I think the entire team can agree on that. So the next attack is going to be another drag pet. I think drag pet right now is one of the strongest strategies out there, and you can use it really, I don't know, creative. Like, even though this is the World Championships, you saw so many Wizard Towers next to Inferno Towers, and the reason for that was that Lalo is the strongest army right now, which means everything which is countering those really grouped up splash damage buildings is good. And Dragbat is doing exactly that, which means if you can take out those splash area damage buildings, whatever, with your bats or like with your dragons, whatever, like if they're really grouped up, you can easily freeze them, which means you can take them out with your bats. Then it's good to go. So what did I do? On the right side, I funneled with my queen and took out a wizard tower. On the left side, just got rid of the trash damage, and then there was a huge dead zone around the upper side of the base, which you could really easily abuse to get your dragons in. Then the rage, there was a damage CC in there as well, which didn't really matter because dragons normally have no problem at all with that. And now it comes in handy. I will take out 2 Inferno Towers and 2 Wizard Towers with my bats. Why is that possible? It's always possible because those are really close together, and this is basically the main idea in those dragon attacks. And this is why they work right now so good, because you have to defend Lalo, and if you combine those splash damage buildings with the Inferno Tower and the Wizard Tower, this is killing balloons really good. But against those bats, it's really bad because you can freeze them together, and this was the reason why I was able to get the 3-star on this base. And yeah, I just think that Dragbat right now is so freaking strong. Even if you try to defend those bad spells, it's sometimes just a stupid strategy and so strong. I don't know. We were really surprised that not that many teams used it, but I guess Lalo is just way stronger. So the last attack, and that was the moment where I thought, okay, let's try to use Hawks. I still think that Hawk Rats are, compared with other strategies, way weaker in the high level war, because you can counter them way too easy. Like, compared to the other strategies like Lalo, it's way too easy to counter them. So this is why I personally don't really like them too much. But we thought, okay, or I thought, okay, this could be a really good option on this base. But once again, well, you guys can see it in a second. I once again had a execution error, I would say, and I had a lot of those in this tournament, which is super annoying. One thing was nice, the baby dragon, because we expected Tesla over there, so I took a baby dragon with me just in case. The 1 Tesloon, and then I could get rid of the 1 Tesla, which means my queen won't go on the outside. And now there's the issue. Right there, the rage. I don't know if it's the tablet or I was just stupid. I actually don't know. But I misdropped so many rage spells in this tournament. It was crazy. And with my queen having not the ability anymore, she has to die. She had to die. So that was a big issue. And I don't know. Maybe I would should have used freezes instead of the last rage, because you guys can see I still have a rage spell left. I should have maybe used the freeze, or like 2 freezes instead. I think this would have been better. But still, I don't know, like, from this point on, it's only just saving the 2-star, and the attack was once again doomed. Those were basically my attacks. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope I could answer most of the questions you guys asked me. Oh, and one more question, which I saw in the comments as well, is why we used the lightning attack. The lightning attack would have been a huge overkill with just one small execution thing, which apparently was the story of our tournament. If Vale would have dropped the or used the queen ability earlier, and then would have left his queen to die, and then would have started with the Lalo, it would have been a really big overkill, because he asked after the tournament again whether he could repeat the attack in FC, and it was a huge overkill. So I don't know, like, the tournament was just doomed for us. We hope there will be another tournament really soon, so we could try it again and get get a comeback. But for now, thank you so much guys for all of the support, and we'll see you guys tomorrow in the next video.